Fair use. Fair use.
We had several other people in the country, even among the Jews, the Zionists particularly, who were against anything that was to be done if they couldn't have the whole of Palestine and everything handed to them on a silver plate so they wouldn't have to do anything. It couldn't be done. We had to take it in small doses. You can't move 5 or 6 million people out of a country and fill it up with 5 or 6 million more and expect both sets of them to be pleased. We had all sorts of objections to everything that was done. Something had to be done. We went ahead and done it and had it done, and now it's working out. Eventually, I think we'll have them all satisfied, but it's going to take a great deal of time yet to get the job done.
Could you tell us that they were worried about the war with the Arabs?
But don't think that decision to recognize Israel is an easy one. I had to make a compromise with the Arabs and divide Palestine. The Jews wanted to chase all the Arabs into the Tigris and Euphrates River, and the Arabs wanted to chase all the Jews into the Red Sea. And what I was trying to do was to find a homeland for the Jews and still be just with the Arabs. But when you go into a thing of that kind, the people you help most are the ones that get most angry with you. Both of them were against me on the situation, but as President of the United States, I paid no attention to them, carried out what I thought was right, and I had the support of the Congress, and I could do it, which is unusual in these days.
Can you tell us specifically that a lot of Jewish people were against you too?
All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being the name of His only begotten Son, who they even call Jesus Christ. Now, when you look at Joel chapter 3, verse 2, and it talks about that land in Jerusalem. Verse 1 tell you that the people, which is Judah, see, that's a tribe, and Jerusalem went into captivity. I mean, somebody captured these people. Okay. Then when you go into verse 2, it say, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. So all the nations had the Israelites and the tribe of Judah in the captivity, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. But see, all the nations didn't have the same role. See, because when you go into verse 4, it tells you that Tyre, Zidon, the Hamites, and all the coast of Palestine, meaning the Arabs. So these two individuals had to play a part. And what was their part in the operation? Verse 6. It says, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians. So the Arabs and the Hamite Africans was selling the Israelites. And who were they selling them to? Verse 19. It say, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Now, when you go back up, and it talks about parted my land. That was the Edomite that was parting that land. See, and the UN have all the nations in it. But the Edomites was running the UN. The UN was in New York City, and they was running the UN and gathering the nations unto themselves. That's what Edom was going to do. See, when you go into, let's see, Habakkuk 2 and 5, it says, let me highlight it. Ye also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, talking about the nation of Edom. Neither keepeth at home who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people. See, the UN in 1944, right before Truman got in there, they all adopted all the goal of the whole world right there in Hampster, no, Ham, um, in up there in New York, not New York, but what do they call it, Vermont, and man, I forget the name of that place, but they pretty much started the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and this is how when America got all the nations to give them the gold. Okay, New Hampshire, that's where they did it at. One of the places in cities in New Hampshire. But the UN was the major organization that they was operating through. Okay, and so Truman, he was the one leading the march. See, because the United States had the pretty much the commands to be the leader. But you see what he said? He said the Zionists was the main one that wanted me to hand them the whole state on a platter, because they was telling him what to do. See, they telling him, you give us that state. But they know man, I can't make the Arabs all the way mad, because they is a big operation. See, God gave them 12 princes in the earth. So they got land and they got power. You just can't run over there and do that. So he had to part the land. He had to give one part to the Israelis, the other Edomites, see, the so-called white man who was the Zionist. Then he had to give another part to the Arabs. Mind you, most of the Zionists was living in America. Most of them was the Christian Zionists, see, Jehovah Witness, who was promoting that crap. Charles Taze Russell, and who else? The Baphomet Declaration. See, these were the people that was pushing it, and it didn't come to a head until 1948 when they got pretty much the time to do it. So when you go into what is it? Going to Amos, it breaks the same thing down that was broken down in Joel 3, Amos chapter 1 talks about the Arab, the African, and these Edomites. This was the transatlantic slave trade, and Yahweh Shah talked about it in Luke. See, we're going to keep bringing it out about that land. It said, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. See, Judah and Jerusalem led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. See, that land was going to be trodden down of the Gentiles, and Truman divided the land. See, he parted that land. And then let's go ahead and get Ezekiel 36 and 5. Let's tell you who was going to be the main people that was going to get it. Therefore, thus says the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea. Idumea is the Edomites, the so-called white men, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart. See, the Zionist Edomites was telling America, you give us that land. Forget them Arabs. Give us that land. See, the Edomites, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. See, they were telling Truman, you give us that land. See, you working for us. We own America. We run America. You give us that land. See, but he had to make a deal and make everybody happy, the Arab and these Jewish Zionists and these Christians promoting the whole operation, talking about these are the people that belong in that land. When they all Edomites And they just a different branch of Edomite. See, if that's the case, then all the Edomites belong in that land. You're gonna say just a 1% or a small percentage of Edomites belong in that land. See, this is what to get the Jedi mind trick and bait and switch that these people be doing. That's why King David. Let's go ahead and get King David now. King David let you know about all the Edomites. Psalms 58:3, he said, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stoppeth her ear. See, they finna tell a bold-faced lie. They not finna just give you the truth. And they knew how to spin that thing where people wouldn't know what the heck going on, because they masterful liars. Let's get them talking about them in 52. Say the Psalm of David, who Doeg the Edomite came and told Saul a bold-faced lie. See, verse 2, your tongue devises mischief like a sharp razor working deceitfully. See, they know how to lie. King David putting it down on them. You love evil more than good and lying. Love to tell a lie rather than to speak righteousness. You love all devouring words. You deceitful tongue. Oh, you deceitful tongue. See, that's why the Indians call him a fork-tongued devil, because these people know how to give you a freaking lie, man. Then what else King David wrote about? In 21, he said the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. See, Truman say we're gonna have to take it bit by bit in small portions. I just can't give you this land, Zionists, Edomites. I just can't give you this land in one time. We got to do it in small increments. We got to do it bit by bit. We just can't run the Arabs off the land. See, this is what Truman telling the people now, because war was in these Edomites' heart. We really wants to kill them and get them off this land. It says his words were smoother than butter, salter than oil. His words were salter than oil. And who running the oil situation? The Arabs. That's why they didn't want to make him mad. Say, yeah, yet were they drawn swords. See, they really want to draw that sword and take it from these Arabs. But Truman had to be come smooth with them and make them happy, and plus make the Zionists happy. And all he was doing just postponing the situation and exposing these Edomites. See, that's why the Lord made sure he recorded this thing before he dropped dead. Put it on recording and show him what you said. Show him what you did. And what is that? That's Proverbs. No, Psalm 64. Thinking that's 7. Yeah, he said, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. See, when that video pop up, they gonna know these dragons went over there and took that land by the sword. Verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. See, everybody going online and they seeing how Truman took that land, talking about he want to make both of them happy. And they got to take the land bit by bit. See? So it's a clear operation. Truman, the Edomite, ran by the Zionists, went over there and took that holy land and ran them Arabs up off that land. This is why the Lord say nothing hidden shall be and hidden and nothing is hidden and covered shall last. He gonna uncover this thing. And Jeremiah 40, 9 and 10, he say that he gonna make Esau bow. Let's go ahead and get that. I ended on that. Salakia. He said, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. See, he ain't gonna be able to hide the crap that he was doing over there, stealing that land and committing what you call it, uh ethnic cleansing on these Arabs to get them off that land. See, because they was on the Turkey had helped them keep that land, and they finally say we gonna get rid of all that, man. We want that land. In America, we got you in power, and you best to go over there and give us that land. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah by Hashem Kakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.